Ever get that, that feeling when you order something online and it finally arrives, that it's here moment?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
But have you ever actually, stopped to think about the wild ride those packages take to actually get to your doorstep? Like, we're talking ships, planes, trucks, the whole shebang.
It's pretty mind-boggling when you actually break it down.
Exactly. And that's what we're diving into today, a hidden world that most people don't even know exists. The world of marine cargo inspectors.
It's easy to picture those massive cargo ships as, just steel boxes crisscrossing the ocean. But trust me, there's a whole lot more to it than meets the eye.
That's why you're here, to help us unpack all of this. Okay, so when I hear marine cargo inspector, I'll admit my mind doesn't exactly go to thrilling career.
Yeah.
So help me out here. What's the real deal with this job?
Well, think of them as like the guardians of global trade. They're the ones on the front lines, making sure those containers are carrying what they're supposed to, legally and safely.
Okay, so we're talking about inspecting everything.
Everything. The ship's cargo manifest, the actual condition of the goods themselves, the safety equipment, even looking out for potential smuggling.
Wait, smuggling. So it's not just about making sure a shipment of coffee beans actually has coffee beans in it.
You got it. You're dealing with a lot more than just making sure the order's right. It's about protecting global trade, sure, but also national security.
Wow.
These inspectors are often the first line of defense against illegal goods entering a country.
That is way more intense than I imagined. But okay, so why is this role so crucial in the grand scheme of things?
Well, think about it. Global trade relies on trust. Buyers need to know that what they're ordering is actually what they're getting.
Right. Makes sense.
And everyone needs to know that those shipments aren't carrying something dangerous or illegal.
It's like that old saying, trust, but verify.
Hmm.
And these inspectors, they're the verifiers. But this can't be just about checking off boxes on a manifest, right? Give me the inside scoop. What's a day in the life really like for a marine cargo inspector?
Get ready for some surprises, because this isn't your typical office job. We're talking about climbing up cargo containers stacked stories high, working in cramped spaces, maybe even dealing with some interesting smells from time to time.
Okay, now that's what I'm talking about. That's a commute that beats rush hour traffic any day.
And don't forget the locations. One day you might be at a bustling port in your home country. The next you could find yourself inspecting a shipment of textiles in Southeast Asia.
Okay, now that's the adventure I was hoping for. So we got the Sherlock Holmes aspect, the global travel, and a serious dose of adrenaline. This is starting to sound more and more like Indiana Jones than your average inspector. All right, so you've sold me on the adventurous side of being a marine cargo inspector.
Uh-huh.
But let's talk turkey. What's the compensation like for this high-stakes, globe-trotting gig?
Right, right. Well, you won't exactly be, raking in pirates' treasure or anything, but let's just say the paychecks, they do reflect the responsibility and the specialized knowledge required for the job.
Okay, all right, music to my ears. So we've got, good pay, a serious dose of adventure, and what about job security? Is this, a field with some staying power?
Absolutely, yeah. As long as we rely on ships to, move goods around the world, there will always be a need for marine cargo inspectors.
That's good to hear.
It's a career with, built-in demand, and that's always reassuring.
Yeah, no kidding. Okay, so we've got job security, good pay, and enough adventure to rival an Indiana Jones movie. But you know what they say, with great power comes great responsibility, right?
True, very true.
Let's flip the script. What are the downsides?
Yeah, fair enough. It's not all, sunshine and exotic spices. This is a demanding job, both physically and mentally.
Okay, spill the beans. What am I signing up for? What do I need to know?
First off, forget the 9 to 5.
Ugh. Yeah.
Ships arrive at all hours, which means you could be called in on weekends, holidays, even the middle of the night.
So much for that leisurely Sunday brunch I was picturing.
Right, exactly. And then there's the physical aspect, of course. You're on your feet a lot, often in tight spaces, climbing ladders, dealing with heavy equipment.
Sounds like a workout.
And then you add in some unpredictable weather, and it's definitely not a job for the faint of heart.
I imagine a good sense of balance is pretty crucial, but it sounds like the mental demands are just as intense as the physical ones.
Oh, absolutely. You need to be incredibly detail-oriented. You need to be able to spot discrepancies that other people might miss entirely. And let's not forget the pressure.
Yeah, I bet.
A single missed detail could have some really serious consequences.
Okay, that's a lot of pressure to be under. So it's not just about having a keen eye, but also the mental strength and the focus to handle that kind of responsibility.
Precisely.
Wow.
And remember those potentially hazardous materials we talked about earlier. You need to be comfortable assessing risks on the fly and following, strict safety protocols to protect yourself and, of course, the people around you.
Right, of course, yeah. That's a whole other layer of complexity I hadn't even considered. So it's not just about the physical inspection, but also understanding the potential dangers that might be lurking within those containers.
Exactly. You need to be knowledgeable about the different types of cargo, their properties, and the potential hazards they might pose.
Okay, so we've got demanding work conditions, irregular hours, potential hazards. Are we missing anything?
Oh, and did I mention the paperwork?
Wait, there's paperwork too.
Oh, yeah. Documentation is a huge part of the job. You'll be filling out reports, logging inspections, making sure absolutely everything is in order.
All right, so maybe not quite as action-packed as those Indiana Jones films, but definitely just as important.
Haha, right.
So we've got the adventurous side, but we've also got some serious challenges to consider. It seems like this career path really requires a unique blend of skills and personality traits.
You could say that. This is definitely a career for those who, how should I put it? It's for those who thrive on a blend of meticulous detail and a taste for the unexpected.
So how does someone even begin to navigate this world of cargo ships and shipping containers? Like, is there a clear career path for aspiring inspectors? So you're saying there's like a way to climb the ranks in
Yeah.
this world of cargo inspection. It's not just, one job title and that's it.
That's right. It's not a pirate ship where you're stuck swabbing the deck forever, haha. There's a whole career ladder to climb with different levels of responsibility and expertise.
Okay, tell me more. What does that look like for someone just starting out?
Well, like most fields, you typically begin at the entry level. You're learning the ropes, assisting more experienced inspectors, and just getting a feel for the different types of cargo in the inspection process.
So lots of hands-on experience from day one.
Absolutely. You'll be putting those observation skills to the test right away, checking cargo conditions, verifying documentation, all under the watchful eye of seasoned professionals.
Man, I bet those seasoned pros have some incredible stories to tell.
Oh, I'm sure they do. They've seen it all. And as you gain experience and knowledge, you climb that ladder from junior to senior inspector, taking on more responsibility with each step.
Okay, that makes sense. It's all about, proving yourself and mastering the trade. But what about for those looking to really stand out from the crowd? Is there a way to accelerate their career progression?
You're definitely thinking like someone who wants to reach the top of the field. And in this line of work, certifications are your secret weapon.
Certifications, like you mean
Are the-
official proof of your skills and knowledge.
Exactly. Think of them as like badges of honor in the shipping world. An international cargo inspector certification, for example, that sends a powerful message to employers.
Yeah, it shows you're not just messing around, you're serious about this profession.
Exactly. It demonstrates a deep understanding of international shipping regulations and best practices. And if you're dealing with potentially dangerous goods, a hazardous material certification becomes absolutely crucial.
Right, because you're not just like inspecting a box of toys. You might be dealing with something that requires, specialized knowledge to handle safely.
Precisely. That certification proves you can handle those situations with, the utmost care and expertise.
So we've got our certifications, we're climbing the career ladder, but the shipping industry is constantly evolving, right? New technologies, new regulations. How do you stay ahead of the curve in such a dynamic field?
That's such a crucial point. In this line of work, continuous learning isn't just a suggestion. It's a necessity.
So it's not just about what you know today, but your ability to adapt and, embrace the future of the industry.
You hit the nail on the head. Subscribing to industry publications, attending conferences, even joining online forums. It's all about staying in tune with the latest advancements and trends.
It's like being a lifelong student of the ever-changing world of shipping.
Exactly. And never underestimate the power of networking.
Ah, yes. Swapping stories and insights with the best in the business.
Exactly. Joining professional organizations like the Institute of International Container Lessors. That's a group that sets the standards for shipping containers worldwide. That can open doors to some really invaluable connections and resources.
Yeah, it's all about sharing knowledge, exchanging best practices, and maybe even hearing some more of those exciting on-the-job anecdotes.
You got it. Because at the end of the day, this is a career filled with unique challenges and rewards. You just won't find them anywhere else.
Well, we've definitely navigated the The ins and outs of being a marine cargo inspector today, from those adrenaline-pumping inspections to the, really critical role they play in global trade.
Yeah.
It sounds like a career path that's every bit as demanding as it is rewarding.
It's a hidden world with a far-reaching impact, that's for sure. Hopefully our deep dive today has shed some light on the really crucial role these professionals play in keeping the world's goods moving safely and securely.
It definitely has for me. So to everyone listening, the next time you see a massive cargo ship on the horizon, remember those dedicated individuals working behind the scenes. They're the ones ensuring those shipments reach their destination safely. And hey, who knows? Maybe you'll be joining their ranks one day.